Welcome to Ox Management Solutions, free aerospace audit readiness course. Module 9, Operational Planning. Section 8.1 of the standard is the game plan for your entire operation. This is where you get serious about planning and control. It's about making sure that every product and process meets the customer's requirements and that nothing slips through the cracks. It's where you lay the foundation for quality. Without it, you're just winging it. When you nail down the planning and control processes, you're not just preventing problems. You're setting your team up to consistently deliver excellence. This section starts off by saying your organization is required to plan, implement, and control the processes you deemed as necessary in Section 4 to meet the requirements for the provision of products and services, and to implement the actions determined in Section 6, which are the risks and opportunities for each process. Section 8 refers to Section 6, because planning for operations must be aligned with the overall quality planning efforts established in Section 6. Section 6 is about planning for risks and opportunities, setting quality objectives, and planning changes. It's the strategic backbone that ensures everything you do in Section 8 is not just reactive, but proactive. To align planning, make sure that the processes and actions you establish in Section 8 are consistent with the risks, opportunities, and objectives identified in Section 6. This means you should have already considered potential risks and opportunities on your CODO log, and your operational processes should address those. Short story shorter, Clause 6 sets the strategic direction, and Section 8 is where you put that strategy into tactical action. Understanding the requirements. Operations begins with answering these three questions. Do we understand the customer's expectations? Do we have the capability to make this product or perform this service to the degree of quality the customer expects? Do we have the capacity to deliver as many as the customer wants within the agreed-upon timeframe? Once these questions are answered, and backed by verification from CPK studies, your team needs to know how to convert customer expectations into work instructions. So you must start by training your team on thoroughly understanding customer, military, regulatory requirements, and any other relevant standard, as well as any corporate responsibility related to your organization. A misinterpreted requirement will lead to process inefficiency, excessive waste, costly errors, and countless rework. So, if you don't know, ask. Ask the customer for the latest revision of their supplier quality manual. If you're tasked to create a process FMEA, ask to review the design FMEA. Do not accept any work without understanding the requirements. Defining process criteria. For each process involved in operations, like design, production, inspection, etc., define specific criteria or parameters to address variables that need to be controlled to achieve the desired outcome. This includes input requirements such as purchase orders, materials, work instructions, trained staff, equipment and PPE, process parameters such as size, time, temperature, weight, and visual appearance, and output deliverables like dimensional reports, non-conformance reports, CFCs, performance metrics, and/or the condition of the product needed to set the next sequence operation up for success. This is where you identify any critical or key characteristics, generate an FAI, run gauge R&R, map out your process flow diagram, and set up your PFMEA and control plan. Once you've set your criteria, run the process and collect the baseline data. Establishing objectives and key results. After developing your process criteria, setting up OKRs, or objectives and key results, involves aligning your objectives with the overall goals of your organization, then identifying measurable outcomes that reflect progress toward those objectives. We recommend the following steps for OKR success. Step 1. Define the objective. Your objective should be strategic, aligned with the organization's goals. Your objective should also target an improvement to your process baseline. Step 2. Identify key results. Key results are quantitative and time-bound. In other words, measurable. They measure the progress towards achieving the objective. For example, reduce defect rates by 15% within the next quarter, or achieve ISO 9001 certification by year end. Please ensure that each key result has a specific target that can be tracked over time. Using the objective from above, if your key result is to reduce defect rates by 15% next quarter, you can set a KPI at a 5% reduction each month. This will give you a heads up if you fail to meet your objective, allowing you to pivot, set different priorities, or plan for more resources in a certain area. Step 3. Ensure alignment with process criteria by cross-checking. Review your process criteria and ensure each key result is consistent with and supports the established processes and standard procedures within the organization. Your OKRs should minimize process disruption by not causing inefficiencies in other areas. Step 4. Monitor, review, and adjust. Regularly review progress towards your key results and adjust them as necessary based on the data and evolving business needs.